How are you?
Good, yourself?
Good to see you.
Okay.
So we have two options.
Yeah.
Option A, I think is the best option. We get out of this elevator because of the lighting. Because of all the diamonds, the light will show amazing in here.
Okay.
And we just walk up the stairs to the conference room. It's just one flight of stairs.
Right up
so
through
we
here.
go this way.
Okay. Where did this all start?
All right. I suppose the development of the character came from my, well, I have great respect for Elizabeth. And it came from actually a family thing. My dad was giving my sister a present, and in order to present the present, he wanted to come up with something interesting. So I thought, well, I'd already sort of been fooling around with different voices because I worked with a voice, like classical voice trainer, and I discovered that I could hold my voice in a different range for quite a while, and I started imitating her for fun.
Hello, Canada. Hello, my beloved people. Philip and I are so very, very happy to be here in your country. Philip, sit down.
My dad was actually giving her an old beat-up car to go out east because she had this brand new job, and she was 19 years old, and she was so excited, and he just didn't want to hand her the keys. He wanted to do some kind of a ceremony. So that's why he gave her a little box, and in the box there was a cassette, and she had opened the cassette, and then I did a little voice at CBC, and this is for Suzanne Coburn, and then the Queen came on and explained that you've got a Plymouth parked outside. And so, an old Plymouth. That's all Dad could afford. And we gave her the keys, or the Queen did. So
how did you transition from the Joe to actually, like,
well,
did you just play
no,
around
well,
with
then
it,
I won my first gig, my very first gig, it was through a friend, and they said that they heard my voice, and they actually helped me start with it, and she was involved in it, and it was for an event. It was an event for raising money for a charity. I think it was it was related to a Cancer Society charity luncheon, and it was a lot of CBC people were there. So actually CBC footed part of the bill. So it was a real professional gigs, but she helped me, convinced me I could do that, because I didn't know what to do for a costume, and she was this older Scottish lady who emigrated to Canada and loved the royal family, so she knew how to do the costuming. So she actually made my sash, which is one of the original things that she made for me, and the rest I took from photographs, and some of the jewelry I have is the exact same jewelry in her 2007 official portrait, a Canadian portrait on the stamp. So there's a lot of authenticity to what I've made. Would you believe the dress came from St. Paul de Vincent, like Sally Ann, you know? I mean, let's face it, she's not exactly a fashion girl, and she doesn't wear a lot of makeup. So, as you'll see during the transformation, I do my best, but it's the wig and all the other things that sort of hide my face. It's really the voice that carries the act.
And how long have you been doing this?
I guess I've been doing it now for about 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years. And I've had to age her voice a lot because she's 87 years old. So, whoa, girl, don't quit.
Any of the gigs that are...
Well, probably the best, the gig that stands out for me the most was the one I did at the National Arts Center, because I had a real RCMP officer meet me, and I was just dressed in a t-shirt and jeans, and he was actually pissed off because he met me and he goes, You're going to be the Queen? And I said, yeah, I do. It's a lot of makeup. And he goes, I'm not really happy with this. I mean, if doesn't look professional, I told him, I guarantee, sir, I perform her as her. I'm not going to make fun of her, because it was his commander-in-chief. And he had agreed to do this, and he had permission from his officer, because the man being awarded that night had done a lot for healthcare in Canada. And he had permission from the RCMP to be in his serge, in his uniform, but he couldn't be in a photograph with me. That's the rule. No police officer can be standing beside me, because then they're insulting her directly. But as long as they're not in a photo. So when he came back to the room, the dressing room at the National Arts Center in Ottawa, he literally bent over the chair and he went, okay, that's too close. That's really good. You do look like her. Okay, I'm definitely going to be into this. So right away he marched ahead of me up the stairs, and in that particular event, they had written down in the ballroom above the staircase at the National Arts Center, they had a special guest coming from England. So from a distance, when everyone had to stand during the anthem, the Canadian or the royal anthem, they stood. They freaked because from a distance, because when you look for me from behind, you would not know I'm not her.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I think Shirley's
Okay,
Let's
awesome. Let's go.
get her.
So it all goes in layers.
Okay.
And so the first thing I'm going to do is my makeup. Because
Okay.
I've got to hide my face, flatten my hair.
Okay.
And then,
Now that's a classic shoot.
yeah, 10 wide pump.
Wow.
And it's not in great shape, so don't do close-ups.
What happened there?
I've had a few accidents. And this is a fake Order of Canada. So that's sort of what the Order of Canada looks like, but from a distance.
Okay.
And the clasps broke, but I brought a little tiny piece of tape.
Which
what
is
did
in
I-
your box in your...
I may have to send you up to grab it.
No, you put it in your jewelry box.
Oh, I did. That's right. Yeah. So I have a little piece of tape just to keep the clasp on because it goes over my gloves.
Okay.
And anyway, you'll just see me go to. I might need some help with the bra.
Yeah.
So the brassiere and the
C'est
wig.
habitué avec ça.
Okay. All right. That's why I need a lady in waiting. So
The crown?
the crown. Well, that's a replica of the real crown that's worn by the royals have had that crown for about, I think it was made back in the turn of the century. Lady Diana used to wear that quite a bit.
Wow.
That's one of her famous photos. Yeah.
Wow. It's impressive.
Yeah, it's
Impressive.
they're all and this is a replica. The necklace. Where's the necklace? I guess it's still in the box. Hold on, I'll grab it because it's not there. Yeah, there were two things missing. So there's this piece as well. And she always wears glasses, of course. So,
And where did you find all this stuff?
well, through that lady who she did a lot of costume design work,
Okay.
and she had tons of costume jewelry, and she just so happened to have this replica of the Queen's. It's actually a replica of one of the royal collection of jewelry they own.
All right, well...
So
Strip.
we got to get started. Shirley, do you happen to have any little tiny scissors for eyebrow?
To take
No,
out?
to cut. Do you have
Have
little
a
tiny
clipper.
scissors?
I do
Well,
have
that
tiny,
helps.
very tiny.
Scissors? Do you have them
Oh,
with
yeah.
you?
Yes,
Oh.
it's in my room.
Excellent. Do you mind getting them? Because I don't have them with me and I want to just cut my brows a little bit.
Not a problem.
Okay, merci.
Do you have to flatten your hair out first?
Well, I don't want any of my long pieces of hair to come out because the wig just goes to here.
Okay.
And I don't want to have any mistakes.
Now, how long does it take you to do your full makeup?
Well, to get the all ready, it takes me about an hour, maybe less. If I have help, like I've got help tonight, it's going to go a little faster.
How many times have you done this?
Professionally, I think this is my ninth performance. I was trying to count back. I think it's my ninth performance now.
And non-professionally?
A couple more than that, maybe 3 or 4. I did a friend's birthday once, I've never done it for Halloween because it's not something I want to walk around the streets on with. It just doesn't work. Like I said, I preserve it. I try to preserve the dignity of the act because that's what people want. They don't want me to be somebody who's not her. They want me to be her. So you have to kind of keep following that rule, right? Do you know who really liked the Queen? René Lévesque.
No.
He liked her a lot.
Oh yeah,
There-
René Lévesque. I'm surprised.
Yeah, he did. He thought she was a good stateswoman.
A Jewess.
And they both had a cigarette together
It
once.
must be when he was journalist.
No, when he was premier during
Yeah.
her her silver jubilee in 1977.
Wow. So why do you put the powder?
Because it makes me look gray.
Oh oui. Okay, of course.
It's to take away. I just use actually a Laboratoire Dr. Renault foundation, a cover up, and then I add the powder into my brow line with it, and it makes it kind of a dusty hue of gray.
Oh,
See?
Yeah. Oh.
This is the trick. But most women wouldn't want to do this to themselves, so
Of course not.
I want to look gray and old and tired.
Oh.
I'm just highlighting my own wrinkles. That way I look a little older.
She doesn't wear.
Well, lipstick.
Any,
Lipstick's, that's the very
any,
end.
mascara?
She doesn't. She's a plain girl, actually. What was I gonna do? Yeah, I want to cover this up a little better. This right here, which is a razor accident. So, all right, folks. Next.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't do drag, man.
Too much work.
Yeah, too much work is right.
Now you can understand the lady.
I do understand. It's really weird putting this on every time. That's a look, Shirley. You like it so far, dear?
Yeah.
Now, do you want a date? I don't think so. Okay, Shirley, I need help with this. So I'm gonna grab my socks just a second. Okay, go ahead and just keep
Okay, on the first.
on the first one, yeah, because it's quite tight.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put 2 socks in. One.
Is it?
No, it's good. I just bring it up a little more so it goes over my bone, over my muscle.
Yeah.
That's better because it holds it up.
Yeah,
'cause
true.
It
Okay.
falls down, right?
Je suis pas trop habituée avec habiller des femmes.
Thank you so much. Okay, good. Now I need the dress. And now you can zip it up for me. Excellent.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
how do the breasts look? How are we doing? Not too bad. Now there's me a sash over it, but so far so good.
Yeah, with the thing here, it's
Yeah.
gonna be just perfect.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I had 4 children with these. No, just kidding. We're gonna put on some jewelry. So the first thing that goes on is this one.
Okay.
Now, this is a new piece I'm trying. I don't know what it's gonna look like, but I'd like to see if it looks good underneath it.
Under?
Yep. It may not look good. I'm gonna go check it in a mirror and see what
Okay.
if it adds more bling. If it's not,
Okay.
I won't use it.
You need more bling bling?
Well, the more bling, the better. I'm in Canada for a visit. Gotta show it off, you know.
Okay, then we'll go
Now,
and see.
you tell me what you think of it. Is it no good?
Oh, no.
It adds to it?
No, this is perfect.
Can I go
That's
see
a
in
good
the
idea.
mirror?
Oh, yeah.
It adds more color, doesn't it?
Exactly.
No, it's fine. We'll leave it.
It works good.
Yeah. I thought I'd try it.
Good
Okay.
try.
Next is the sash. Now this is where it gets tricky. Hold on, I always have to remember. Yeah, sash goes on this side. Now it has to lay flat all the
Yeah.
way down.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
And the jewel. This is my little. I have a petit problème. Oh, you know what? I've got it on the wrong side. That's part of the problem.
Ah.
It's supposed to be on this side.
Okay. Like this and like. Oh, yeah. Got it.
Merci.
Mm-hmm.
It shows off nicely if it's at the right angle. This is why she needs a lady in waiting, you see?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to go under.
That's fine. You go under, dear. There's a wedding on downstairs. I should crash it. No, the concierge may be upset at me.
Yeah.
But who wouldn't want the queen at their wedding just for a moment? Okay.
Cool.
Now we need my other diamonds. So we'll go to the other room, put the rest of them on. Okay? And then we'll come back and do the lipstick, because that's the last part.
Somebody's
Yeah, I know. I heard that.
whistling. They can see you.
Somebody can see me. I'll go and wave out the balcony. Give them the thrill. I don't have Pierce.
Ah, oui.
So these are the clip-on.
Yeah.
They're the bitch. Blah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's hurt.
it does. It
Yeah.
hurts. But anything for Bernard. Anything. You know what this is called? Wet and Wild. Can you believe it? Wet and Wild. Okay, go figure, eh? There we go. We're getting there. I don't make them too full because she's 88 almost. All right. Wigs next, folks. Shirley, do you want to just bring
Your hair inside?
No.
No.
I was gonna say, could you bring the crown with me?
Sure.
And those. That's
All
right.
the
Anything
rest of
that's
it.
left, and we'll do it in there. I think she looks like she's been in a car accident, lad. Okay, we're gonna start over here. Now this wig, would you believe, is a $200 wig.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, and it's a replica of her hairdo when she was younger. Oh God, it's hard to get around my ears. There.
Oh, yeah, good.
You see, the more things are around my face, the more it's hidden.
Great. Ah, c'est cool.
Now I need the crown.
Okay, the crown.
This is the special shot.
Profite-en, c'est rare, je me mets au pied d'un homme.
Excuse, I need a little stability. There we go. Merci. Très bien.
Is it okay? Okay, cool.
And now we have the queen.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Vraiment bon.
Tonight's performance is because the Aesthetics Show International, which is a wonderful Canadian institution run by the Renault family, and I actually have the president's wife as my lady-in-waiting tonight, and tonight we're opening the 2013 year season, but what's more special is that as ESI grows in North America and becomes more, if you will, more of an institute in the United States, there's a lot of U.S. Educational speakers this year, and these people have come from far away to speak to the audiences here in Canada for the spa industry. Therefore, part of the reason was to entertain our American cousins, and so what better to have the head of state come and open the ceremonies tonight and give out a little award. And I spent some time writing the speech, so Bernard Renault, president of the Aesthetics Show International, was for a few moments the Prime Minister, so he approved my speech, which is in my purse. And now it's showtime.
Hello, my beloved people. Bonjour à ma Canadien français. Philip and I are very happy to be here in your country once again. Philip's not here tonight because lately he likes to stay at hospitals when we go on tour. As your queen, your sovereign, your monarch, I have decided in my Jubilee year to dedicate my royal time to health and wellness across the Commonwealth. And frankly speaking, with 60 years on the throne, my husband 1 foot in the grave, and a baby coming on the way, I expect that's a good idea. When Bernard Renault, your very own commander-in-chief, kindly wrote to me at Balmoral Castle and asked me if I'd officially launch the 2013 Spa conference season, I decided to assist. But before we do bring tonight's proceedings, I did want to thank our lovely guests from the United States of America. Please clap, everyone. When I rang Mr. Obama to congratulate him on his second term, oh my, what a lovely man he is. Instead of an inaugural gift, I had a better idea. I said, you can stick the pipeline where the sun doesn't shine. I mean, under the ground. And I can do that up here, easily. And of course, the First Lady and I, well, we get along so well. She's got a new hairdo, and I do as well. Wash and go, dear. That's what I always say. And down to business. The Aesthetic Share International brings minds together in a sharing forum, in an arena of knowledge, and to commerce and foster your industry. And it is with great thanks, our deepest thanks and honor, that you've all accepted to be here tonight. It takes great people to make a great conference, and now with Bernard's permission, I would like to mention a few of those people. While reading your dossiers aboard my Royal Canadian Airbus 330, lovely little thing it is, the name came across my desk first was Mr. Blake Feeney. Mr. Feeney, are we here? Oh, there he is, lovely. Thank you, Mr. Feeney, for the Canyon Ranch. Because without it, the Duchess of York really would have been the Duchess of York, yeah. You put the panel together, Mr. Feeney, as I understand, and as I read it in the paper, it says, rubber hit the road. Whatever that means. And that exuberance and enthusiasm, you were able to embrace the attention and presence of another young man, Ben Campsey. Mr. Campsey, you here?
He's not here.
Oh, fine. Well, I was going to say, he had that whole concept of profit leakage. It's most curious when you have 6 castles to heat. I really don't think that's a good idea. We cannot forget to mention lovely Miss Andrea Foster. Is Miss Foster here tonight?
No.
Oh, Lord. Well, we'll skip that. But I do understand she's moderating the men on the panel. That's a lovely job to have. Us women need to stay to the top, don't we, my dear? That's right. Every time I visit my beloved Canada, I bring with me a few honors. This time I brought 1 damehood and 1 knighthood. So, would Michael Tompkins please approach me? Thank you, Mr. Tompkins. I understand.
Am I the damehood or the knighthood?
Well, I'm afraid I'll have to go by the list. Now, I understand that you're the chairman of iSpa.
No.
Oh, vice chairman.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. These reading glasses really need to be shined up. And you're a man of brilliant status and thought, and you brought the new group together. Your dossier clearly states that you're the must-do man. Well, you're a trained nurse and a massage therapist. I think Philip could use you. Now, do you kneel? I expect you can.
Neil?
I know you're an American here, but get down. Thank you very much. So today, I don't do this often for you people, but I will make an exception. I'm knighting you Sir Michael Tompkins for 1 whole 24-hour period. And you get
ready.
And you get a gift as well. I don't know where they are, dear. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Mr. Tompkins, for all your lovely support. And that leaves my damehood, and would Miss Stacy Conlon please come forward? I was breathless, dear. Breathless when I read your accomplishments. Social media is so important. I remember when computers first came to Buckingham Palace, and I would like a new Facebook page, but having 80 million friends might be a bit difficult. Could you help me there? I hope you can. You're fondly, oh thank you, you're fondly referred to as the Zen girl. And Bernard said something rather personal to me earlier this evening. He took me out for some sushi, lovely. He said that you were a guiding light. That you helped him see through a lot of mist in the world of social media, and that along the way you followed the ESI philosophy. Congratulations, my dear. You don't have to kneel like them. We get to stand. So, a damehood to you, dear, for 24 hours. Don't waste it. Have fun at the club stop. As your queen, I hereby officially open the 2013-year ESI season. Now I must be off to meet up with wee Stephen. Yes, that's Mr. Harper. That's our bush problem. And I must sit him down like a little boy and tell him that there's absolutely no way I'm going to allow him a third term. So thank you very much, everyone. If you'd like your photo with me, right over there in the next 5 minutes before the helicopter comes. No, you can't do that. Oh my. Could be arrested for that, but that's all right. This is what happens when you don't have enough security. Thank you very much, everyone. Must get off to see Stephen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Really good.
It's over.
Yes.
I don't have the key. No, what he's looking at me for. Jesus, man, you want me to suffer, right? Just as long as I have to suffer. White talc. Hope it's not baby powder. Oh, it's baby powder. Gross. Oh, I hate baby powder. That's why I do men's spa. We don't use baby powder on men. Like, what am I, an infant? Unless you're into diapers, that's a whole other problem. Fuck that fast in pumps. Look at you. Good thing you're not in pumps, eh? And then we're in salon 8.